studio. This is Big Rich Studio. This is where man he got it plushed out, man. Got the two computers running. Actually three, four. Got the mic, got the cameras, all this stuff. So me and Rich, we game planned and we working on some stuff. So, I decided to do a video because I I done my research and one of my subs hit me up and I was like, what? But yeah, man, Gail King is eating them butter biscuits that's like stacked on top of each other with extra syrup and extra butter in the middle. And she just blatantly tried to disrespect Dawn Staley. Once again, South Carolina is being shamed for winning. They being shamed for beating the Great White Hope. And she may turn out to be the Great White Nope and Caitlin Clark because they wanted her to have what you call the great send off, the storybook ending. She wins the national championship and she loses. She is a two-time loser, but yet she's being celebrated, given Nike deals, all that kind of stuff. But basically, Stale King decides to disrespect Dawn Staley by congratulating her on winning, but then at the same time, basically saying that the country was rooting for Caitlin Clark. Mostly every who I wasn't. I wasn't rooting for that man. I wasn't rooting for her. Listen, Cam summed it up best. Shout out to Killer Cam, man, when he said that ain't nothing wrong with rooting for your own race. It doesn't mean that you have to have racial hatred in behind it, man. I was rooting for Dawn Staley in South Carolina because she a black coach, she a sister. I don't care what her preference is, what she may not be into, but at the end of the day, I was rooting for the sisters. I wasn't rooting for that damn white woman. You call it hate, you call it racist. Like, I'm just telling the truth. In most situations, I'm a root for my own. At the end of the day, no more being shamed. If you one of these black people that let people that ain't black shame you into rooting for your own because you black like them, then something is wrong with you. You don't see native, but they only pull that stuff with black people. You don't see Mexicans getting shamed for rooting for other Mexicans or Asians getting shamed for rooting for other Asians or even you know what I'm saying, Indians rooting for other Indians, whether they happen to be you know the country of India or they happen to be indigenous Indians or Native American Indians. They don't get shamed. But the only people they try to shame and try to pick with and try to bully is black people. Oh, you can't. Who the fuck is you being a white man or a non-black to tell me I can't root for my own? And then black people be sitting up giving them an explanation. What part you don't understand? We don't have to explain shit to y'all. I ain't got to explain myself to you. Motherfuck you. That's real talk. Ain't nobody gonna make me feel guilty about rooting for my own. Like, man, for real. That's the problem. Nobody wasn't rooting for no. Man, get out of here, man. I wasn't rooting for no Caitlin Clark. Get out of here. I was glad that they lost. I ain't never seen somebody get celebrated as much as Caitlin Clark for not winning nothing. I mean, at least Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. I mean, Caitlin Clark ain't won nothing. She ain't got her own signature shoe. She ain't got all these, you know what I'm saying, accolades. She done got all this praise for being a 2-time back-to-back loser in college. Losing back-to-back national championships. But yet you got people, man, if you don't get out of here, man, if you like Gail, come on, Gail, stop it. Will you stop pandering? Could these black people for once in their damn life be on code? But that's what happens when you work for mainstream media. I told you, you're not allowed to be yourself. I mean, if I was Gayle King, I don't care what the producers wrote in the transcript and told me to say. I never would have said that. Yeah, most of the country was rude for it. No, we wasn't. Says who? Says who? If you don't get this is what I'm talking about. It was so bad, even Stephen A. Smith had to respond to her. You know, Stephen A. Smith is one of the biggest watermelon men out there. I mean, him, Jason Whitlock. I guess you can add Emmanuel Elko to the conversation, because what he tried to do to Angel Reese was pathetic. And shout out to our sister Angel Reese. You know, at the end of the day, I love the fact that Carmelo Anthony gave her props and motivated her. Because at the end of the day, I hit Angel Reese up on Instagram, and I'm gonna hit Dawn Staley up on Instagram. Like, she actually is being shamed for winning. Like, she was supposed to sit up there and let Caitlin Clark win. Like, man, if y'all don't get out of here, man. What's up, my boy Trick in the house? Well, at the end of the day, black people's biggest downfall have been trying to explain to other people about why we do this and why we do that. Do you see Mexicans explaining to us why they root for other Mexicans? Do you see Asians explaining to other people why they root for their own or celebrate their own? But no, black people, well, see, I need for you to understand, because us black people, and nah, hell no. I'm gonna say this again. I ain't got to explain a goddamn thing to y'all. I ain't got to explain to y'all why I root for my own. Like I said, why do we always got to fall for these bullying tactics, these shaming tactics? Man, shout out to the sister Angel Reese. And no, we wasn't all rooting for Caitlin Clark. That's a damn lie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stale Gale, but I rebuke that. I'm like Ray Lewis, and I rebuke you. I'm like Gayle King. Let me do my Dr. Umar. Gayle King. Gayle King. I said, Gayle King, you bed wench, you house Negro, you butter biscuit eating watermelon woman coon. I feel so bad for I feel so bad, but y'all black women need to be getting on Gayle King. Y'all sit up there and say we don't defend y'all and we don't look out for y'all. Says who? We do look out for y'all. Y'all the ones need to be getting that Gayle King saying, how dare you disrespect Dawn Staley like that? How dare you disrespect Angel Reese like that? Oh, man, thank you, Dante. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate that. Like I said before, man, y'all sisters need to be getting that Gayle King and telling her that y'all gonna send her some butter biscuits with extra honey and tell her, you know what I'm saying, what size watermelon she want. Because Gayle King, she went out for that. When I saw the footage of that, it was hard to find too. I was just like, man, you got to be kidding. And shout out to my sub that basically told me to look out for that. Gayle King was tripping. She was really on. Gayle King was on some beat. When I say Gayle King was on some butter biscuits with extra syrup. You know how you put the butter in the syrup and you know you put it in the microwave for like 40 seconds and then stir it up. That's what type of time Gayle King was on. She gonna sit up there and say most of the country was who? Like I said, who? I mean, they really didn't put a machine behind Caitlin Clark, who don't even really own the collegiate record. She don't even own the collegiate record. It belongs to Pearl Moore. To all my black queens, go look up Pearl Moore. She has the actual scoring record in college. But it was under a different association before they changed it to the NCAA women's. Look it up. This is fact. It's sad, bro. It's sad, bro, when your own people be trying to throw you under the bus and undermine you and disrespect their own. For what? For notoriety? To be on CNN? CNN ain't no different from Fox News. They nothing more than a racist Democratic network. And that's all it is. They are racist, white supremacist, Democratic front. And this just proves what I've been saying about the Democrats, that they ain't no different from the Republicans. They are just as much anti-black as Republicans. I mean, for her to just, I don't even see how Gayle King could sit up there and tell a bold face lie like that. I mean I mean that was a bold face lie. I don't even know what kind of lie you I don't even know what kind of lie you define that as. Hell yeah, Kay Williams, the enemy within. Like Gayle King, I mean, this is why I couldn't work in news. Cause I've been on the panel and would have heard Gayle King say something like that. I would have went off on Gayle King. I man, all that professionalism would have went out the door. I would have said, you coon. I would have been like, you bad wench. I would have said, Gail, why you lying? You don't speak for the whole black community. You, but this is what I'm saying about her. You seen what she did to Kobe? You seen what she did to Kobe? I mean, for her to just sit up there and tell, like, who was like for real? Now, of course, you have a couple of panderers, that's on nationwide TV. Sure, talking about Caitlin Clark is a game. How? Based off what? Because she white? I mean, can we please just stop this BS? I mean, come on, man. Can we please stop it? But yeah, that's why people call her stale Gail. Gail got a, Gail is, Gail is thickly, but her mind ain't right. It's just certain people, that sit up there and get on TV and just say stuff that even I know, and they heart of hearts, they don't believe. I know that most of these people don't believe the stuff that come out their mouth. So, I mean, just stop it. Hey, Aubrey, you damn right. I've never seen nobody that won not a damn thing get so much celebration. They didn't change the game. They didn't change the narrative. You get celebrated for losing now. Yeah, I mean, you had everybody. I mean, on that coon train from Jamil Hill, and then you got all these women who ain't never went to a fucking WNBA game in their life, sitting up there talking about that they underpaid. But I bet you money they ain't never been to a WNBA game in their life. But they hollering about they should get raises. You can't sit up there and say somebody should get something if you ain't contributing to it. At the end of the day, well, let's see the books after this season. Let's see if they actually turn a profit. The WNBA has been a money pit since its inception in 1997. It's been a money pit where the NBA has lost millions of dollars just to keep that league afloat. Okay, so let's see. So let's see them turn a profit. Let's see them sell jerseys. Let's see them sell apparel. Let's see sold out arenas. Them damn ladies didn't give a damn. Now all of a sudden, Jamie Lee Curtis talking about, oh, they're underpaid. I was appalled by. Oh, shut up. How many? I bet you if you asked her, well, how many WNBA games you went to? Most of these women, these celebrity women, ain't went to one WNBA game. But typical of a woman, not all that think they just supposed to get something because they say so without wanting to put in the work. The NBA is the entity, the billion-dollar entity it is, because at the end of the day, it started with Magic and Berg and their competitive nature. Then Michael Jordan took over. And then Michael Jordan, after Michael Jordan left, then came LeBron, then came Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? Now the new dude, like I keep trying to tell y'all, shout out to my dude Aubrey, the new face of the league, whether people like it or not, is finna be my dude out the ATL, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, the boy is bad. Book it. Shout out to my boy Aubrey, because Anthony Edwards is out of the ATL. The book, you ain't even seen the man. When I tell you, in the next 2 years, Anthony Edwards, if he keep his head on straight, Anthony Edwards is gonna be that dude. And Anthony Edwards, he got the best shoes. He got the best sneakers out of everybody. Those AE1s, those the best sneakers out there on the market. James Harden shoes is cold, but those AE1s, yeah. Anthony Edwards is that dude. You seen what he did to Phoenix. Anthony Edwards is, to me, Michael Jordan with some Kobe, a splash of Dwayne Wade, and then he got his, like, Anthony Edwards is that dude. I know Anthony Edwards is listed as 6'4", but Anthony Edwards is probably really about 6'5". Oh, he from South. Oh, Giannis, yeah, Giannis. I'm not sleeping on Giannis. I'm not. Man, if the Warriors had drafted Anthony Edwards, and Anthony Edwards, like I said, he haven't even reached his ceiling yet. He still haven't like found his total game. Like, like I keep saying, it's gonna be scary how good Anthony Edwards is gonna be. You saw it today. I mean, he could score with ease. Yeah, yep. And he only 22. So I'm just saying, he only 22. Wait till he like 25, 26. And for the most part, he keep his head on straight. So I mean, he stay, he really he really focused on that basketball. Nah, man, you can't get no, man. Y'all can't have no Anthony Edwards. But I will say this about Anthony Edwards. The problem is with Anthony Edwards, can he get other people to come play with him in Minnesota? Because I want to see these small market teams win. I want to see these small market teams win. But Anthony Edwards, that dude is the truth. Like I said before, he got the hottest shoes in the NBA. Those AE1s, I got 3 pair of those, and I'm gonna continue to get them. When those breads come out, I'm getting those. Like I said, y'all know I love, man. Like I said, Anthony Edwards, my eye test tell me he's the goods. Nah, y'all can't have Anthony Edwards, man. That wouldn't even be fair. Oh, well, yeah, Milwaukee is a smaller market, but I mean, you got Giannis. You got Giannis. I mean, the question is, would could it work? Would Giannis adjust his game for Anthony Edwards? But Anthony Edwards ain't going nowhere because Anthony Edwards signed the extension. Anthony Edwards signed like a 5-year extension for like 200 and something $1 million. So I don't even think that contract is kicked in yet. If it did, I don't think it kicks in until the beginning of next year, or it might have kicked in this year. I think Damian Lillard at the time, them years he played in Portland, the expectations for Portland was just play good basketball and just stay out of being just stay from being mediocre. But yeah, Anthony Edwards is the truth. Well, anyway, you guys, I'll be back later. They getting ready to start this fight.